Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Pretty easy thing to draw and pretty cool looking, and several ways to do it. We're going to take a ellipse and then Control D and make a duplicate and move that ellipse. Control button, move that ellipse straight down. Then just take your Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Move that out of the way. I would strongly suggest P to put it in the center of the page. And then move it up, holding down the Control button. Control D, alternate C, which is going to make it rotate from the center, and then just rotate it and see. So like 36 in this case would work really good. And then Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. Now, if you look, we're off. That's why it's almost important. Once you, really the transformation docker is the best way to do this, but Control D, alternate C, 72 degrees, Control D. So if it ever happens again, just kind of watch your center dot. Now let's group that together, Control G. Let's Control D to duplicate it and then bring that in. Grab both items, go up to effect, and you could do blend or contour, but if you will blend this like 12 times, you're going to get that right there. And they're spaced out pretty good. You could Control D, but they're going to progressively get a little bit bigger or smaller anyway. Let's see what happens when we do this. See, we've changed exactly the opposite of what I wanted. And that's too much. So if you just change this just a little bit, and it's still too much. Maybe just, that's going to be your best work. There's still a little bit crosshair, so you could still put that back a little bit more. There you go. I've always didn't like Control D or even this because it's putting them, it's because of the line thickness, basically. It's trying to fit them in there. But that's a pretty cool graphic. And let's just play with it one more time. Let's Control G to group it. And let's take the interactive fill tool. Just give a little bit of flair, but then part it into an elliptical. And see, you're going to get that unless you can bind them. Let's go back. Let's back up here. And let's combine them. So we have to ungroup them. Well, basically we have to take the blend apart, go to group and ungroup, and then your combine should work. Nah, maybe not. Oh, ungroup them. There's the combine. So now we can do this right here and combine them. And when we do that, we should only have one circle when we do the elliptical. So you could actually, let me put black in the center and a grayer on the outside. Let's maybe make it a little bit more black. And what's going to happen when you look at this under or print on a dark blue shirt or a black shirt, those things should just kind of blend away into infinity, and you could go the other way. You could also, let's just use this one now that I've played with that one enough. Let's hit B, put it in the center of the page. And let's break the blend apart. And, well, you know what? If we just delete those, there we go. Now, if we rotate this one, if you remember, we did 36 degrees. So let's just go like 18 degrees. And now look what happens when we blend them because we twisted that. Well, it's not going to, maybe spin it some more. Maybe it's not going to change it. No, it's because it's symmetrical. Now, the only other thing we could do is take this one and turn it to red. Take this one and turn it to yellow. And then blend them. And we're going to get that effect. And then we get the black box effect. The yellow will really show through. And it did. I must have not backed up. It did twist them a little bit. If you look at here. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two. And thank you for watching.